Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to the market color for today, the 29th of July, 2025. How are we doing today? Seeing here, Ayuba, Innocent, Jefta. Hope our trading day is going well. Hope we're making money from the markets. We are doing a lot. All right, in this session, it's going to be very, very brief, right? Especially for those that looking forward to indices asset class. We'll be looking at US 30, US 100, and also S&P 500. Right. Last week we did some analysis, we did some markups, and to God be the glory, they've played out the way we wanted them to play out. And of course, I believe for those of us that are in the trade or we are in the trade, we've made some significant amount of money. Right. So last week we had all of this area marked out for our, what's it called now? Our trade. And we had this kind of setup. We said price is going to buy from this other block into this high, and ultimately what? Canceling all of this previous high that happened, that gathered up. The previous all-time high that gathered up. And what happened next? We saw this tap into it and then did as if it's going to, take us out. So went as even far, went very close to our stop loss, right? And then reversed and ultimately gave us our full TP hit, right? And now we've violated the previous all-time high, creating new time high for us on US 100, which is really, really interesting to see, right? So what's next now? I expect that we'll continue this drive to the upside. However, guys, today I will not even be doing more of technical analysis. I'll just say it's the way it is. We've been seeing tariff conversation coming back, right? On fundamental tariff conversation is coming back, and then I saw that news yesterday. Euro are now willing to pay 15% on their own exports, right? So with that deal coming up by August 1st, Trump is going to announce, according to what is said before now, that he's going to announce the tariff plan, the new one, their conversation, like a conclusion or summary of what it will look like. So from that conversation, you are going to see like some level of volatility in the market, not as the first one, because the first one was like a fight, a rancor, but a lot of talks have gone into this. So I believe it will still cause volatility, but then not as much, right? Probably in a more reserved way. So I'm waiting for that to happen, right? August 1st, that's on Saturday. I'm waiting for that to happen. And with that, we can now start trading our indices to know clear-cut direction where we are going to, where we are heading to. As it stands now, the market is still very much bullish, right? But that conversation on the 1st of August can either send the market to be more bullish, further bullish, or we see a proper, change of trend in which, countries now start retaliating and saying, no, we cannot accept this number, it's too high, it's too this, or we give our own tariff and all of that, drama that happened last time. All right, so that's what I'm looking for. For that reason, I'm not be trading actively the US market until next week, guys. Until next week, to be fair and honest. Even next week, probably on Thursday, because I need to see what will happen on Tuesday first before I make certain decision as regards whether to buy or sell this market, right? So, but then a bit of technical, we are extremely bullish, the upside. Price can retrace a bit, although we've cleared our previous all-time high. I believe as it stands today, by 2:30, we should see some drama, either to the upside or downside. Right, let me put on 1 hour time frame and then begin to see it clearly. Okay, on the 1 hour time frame, it has retested August 1st, yes. August 1st is on Friday, yes. That's when he's going to release the announcement. But for me, I want to see the whole drama happening on Friday into Monday of the next week. That's August 4th, right? See the whole drama, and then on Tuesday too, be prepared to see the retaliation, whatever anybody or whose president is going to say about anything. Will let us see what they are saying. If they are cool with it, meaning we should see US 30 and other equities still rally to the upside. However, if there's a form of conflict around that tariff stuff, then we now have to consider our direction, right? In terms of technical analysis, placing trade in the market. But for now, let us keep our focus on the technicals we have here. Price have tested this order block, right? Today. Price tested the order block yesterday, and then today again. I think there's another block here. Okay, tested this, but then nothing really significant happened. Has been rejecting off of this. I want to strongly believe if for any reason price opens, it's in a very dicey place actually. We have enough gap to move to the upside, right? We have enough gap to actually move to the upside here, and everything is still pointing to being bullish, right? So for say trading intraday's sake, I want to actually still buy this market to the upside for today because structure hasn't changed yet. Structure hasn't changed. Intraday, I want to buy into this and then probably from here now use box strategy to sell it down because I'm looking at a box pattern here, right? But then technical, fundamental wise, the market is not ripe for sale, right? It's not ripe yet for sale. This technical can look, if you're not bothered about anything around fundamental analysis, then you can take this type of trade. But then overall, we want to be in alignment with the overall time frame, like the overall theme of the market. Currently, it's still very, very much bullish, right? Not even bearish at all. If for anything at all, it should be tilting towards being neutral. But then the market is very, very much, still bullish. So for this sake, I want to buy into this level and then watch how price react from this level for me to continue either close out or, allow the markets to still run. That means it evaluates this and then continue to the upside, creating higher highs and higher lows. Right. That being said, let me go to US 100. US 100 is still pretty much very, very much bullish on the daily time frame. As you can see, very, very much bullish on the 4-hour time frame. We are still bullish, printing structure to the upside, right? And honestly speaking, US 100 is a new price discovery area. So I can't tell whether we're going to see this market pushing to the upside or retrace because that's extended really well beyond what we have on US 30. Let me check the same on S&P 500. Okay. S&P 500, also the same thing, that's expanded, but then S&P 500 did not clear any liquidity. US 30 did not clear any liquidity, but US 100 has cleared its own liquidity. So honestly speaking, it's looking as though we are going to see a sell. It's looking as though we're going to see a sell. But I was just watching this market for today. Intraday direction on US 30 and S&P 500. Today, I don't have a bias. I don't have a bias, right? I'll just watch the market. And from there, probably if something interesting shows up on lower time frame, I might want to take it. But from what I'm looking at now, I don't have a bias. The market is in a very, very dicey place, especially for me to take any trade. US 100 still looks good for the buy we are talking about, but US 100 and S&P 500, nope. I'm not seeing anything that excites me on these ones, right? With these ones, right? The good place to have entered this would have been from this other block here, entire zone. Then price did not even test that zone for it to continue to the upside, right? So for that reason, most likely I'll just be hands off today and then be watching the market from sideline, which I would recommend you do so too, except for the fact that we are different traders here, and then probably we have something where our highs is seen differently, which is fine. You can now take your trades, right? But for me, nope. The last trade I took on US 30 was the last week's what's it called, buy that we did analysis on and then moved. But for this week, I've not seen anything. I've not seen anything. What is looking like it is what's it called, US 30, right? This buying into this and then this guy selling off ultimately. But then even that self is still very, very dicey. Still very, very dicey. All right, guys. This is pretty much what I have for today on the market call, especially for US 30 and US equities as a whole. For commodity, we might not be able to, do any commodity asset class today. For those that want commodity, you can just watch the replay of this morning. I want to believe Abigail did a very fantastic job explaining our bias for the day. So you can just watch the replay and then get your insight for that. All right, very well. Thank you so much for joining. Is there anybody with question? Anybody with question? So far, so good. So we wrap it up today. Also, guys, be reminded though, our event is coming up on the 2nd of August, right? So if you're in the city of Abuja, you have a loved one, or you have a family member, or you have somebody that wants to understand trading, just want to, or is really into anything financial markets, do it to invite them, and they should come on time, because I mean, the space are limited, extremely limited. We've been oversubscribed already with the amount of people we have in the registration, right? So if we know anybody that wants to, come, ensure you let them know, and then they should come on time. The meeting starts by 9. That's the boot camp. Starts by 9 in the morning. And then hopefully from there, we would see what we can do. All right. Thank you so much for joining, everyone. We meet tomorrow. Also, tomorrow will be like the last market call for this week, because on Thursday we might not be able to hold it because of the whole itinerary and travels that might be necessary for the boot camp. So that being said, thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining. I see we have no question. I believe we are all good. That being said, I wish you all a profitable trading. Cheers and God bless. Thank you.